Good morning, everyone. All right, the special call Clayton County Board of Commissioners meeting is now called to order. The date is August 28th, 2025, and the time is 10 o'clock a.m.
The date again?
I'm sorry, the date is August 28th, 2025, and the time is 10 a.m. All right, at this time, we will do roll call. District 1.
Here.
District 3.
Present.
District 2.
Present.
And District 4. All right. At this time, instead of invocation, I would like for us to all take a moment of silence. We've had two major incidences. One has been the school shooting in Minneapolis, as well as one of our officers, Lieutenant Warren Toro, has suffered from a heart attack and is currently in Grady right now, and he's out of ICU. But I'd like for us to just take a moment of silence for some of the things that are going on in our community and throughout this nation. Will everybody please bow their heads for a moment of silence? Thank you. All right. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I want to make sure you all know he's in ICU right now. All right. Next will be our adoption of our agenda. At this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Before we adopt the agenda, I noticed that there wasn't an option for public comment on this agenda, so I'd like to make a motion that we add an item for public comment.
All right. Can we get a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Is there anyone that would like to come up for public comment at this time, or what do you want us to do?
We got to finish adopting the agenda.
Then we'll go into public comment. But I just want to know by show of hands before we get started. Is there anyone who would like to come up? All right, so we have one. All right, thank you. All right, so we will move on. At this time, we need to adopt the agenda. All right, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
All right, I second the motion. Is there any discussion at this time? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right, Tahija, do you have the public comment?
I'm getting it ready.
Okay.
One moment, please.
Okay. She's going to get the public comment statement ready,
Yeah, I got it.
and then we will move into public comment.
Wait on the file to open up, I'm sorry, citizens.
You said what now?
Wait on my file to open up, I'm sorry. My apologies. Okay. Citizens will be given a 3-minute time limit to speak before the Board of Commissioners. Please note that all public comments must be limited to the matters on the agenda or over matters which the governing body has jurisdiction. Speakers must maintain decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon board members, shouting and using obscene language. Following the 30 minutes of hearing from the public, the Board of Commissioners will allow the remainder of citizens who have signed up to be heard at the next Tuesday's business meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Ma'am, would you please come forward and state your name? Yes, ma'am. You come forward. You don't want to do, okay. Is there anybody else who would like to do public comment? And I just want to let the citizens know, we didn't put it on there because we're rolling the millage rate back, meaning that we're not having a tax increase. So usually when we do have a tax increase or we're doing anything, we will have a public comment to hear from you. And so again, I just want to make sure that everybody's clear on that. All right. All right, is there anyone else? Yes, ma'am. Okay, you can come up and speak now. Please state your name and county of residence.
Shelly Ann Hollowell, Clayton County.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. So I want to tell you all thank you so much for considering us with everything that's going on, because we had some issues with the city that I live in raising the millage rate on us. And we had to fight very hard, push back to try to get them to consider the temperature of the environment and I'm trying to say the words, economic, financial hardship that it will bring on us. So I just want to say thank you for considering the residents of Clayton County.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else? All right. Seeing none, we will move on with our agenda to item to item 5. The first one is resolution 2025-182. Thank you, Mr. Reed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, and Board. First is item resolution 2025-182, which is a resolution to provide for the establishment of the net mill rates after credit rollback for values added by reassessment for Clayton County's fiscal year 2025-2026, to authorize the levy and collection of property taxes at such rate required by the state of Georgia, to cover expenditures associated with the maintenance and operation of the county and activities necessary and incidental thereto, to cover expenditures associated with the provision of fire services, to authorize the mill rate credit rollback equal to taxes collected from the 1% local option sales tax, to authorize the chairwoman to execute the certification of official rates together with any other document pertaining to such mill rates, to provide for an effective date of this resolution and for other purposes.
All right. Board members, are there any questions regarding resolution 2025-182?
Not a question, but
All
I
right,
just want to make
Commissioner
sure that this does not include an increase in property taxes.
No, ma'am, it does not include, the millage rate is not an increase on property taxes. However, if someone's the value of their home increases, it may result in an increase, but the millage rate is not an increase.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Are there any other questions?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
I have a
Commissioner
question as
Reeves.
well, too.
Commissioner Allen can start.
Commissioner Allen.
So first question is, currently, how much is in our fund balance? And for the citizens, the fund balance is basically the county's savings account.
All right. Ms. Jackson, thank you. All right.
There's approximately 86 million as of this past Tuesday, when I looked it up,
Okay.
yes.
Next question, when do we get another lump sum or a lump sum of money in order for us to hit our target? It was at $104 million target goal.
target.
So my question is, when will we receive another lump sum of money so we can reach our $104 million target?
The largest lump sum we receive is from property taxes, which we'll receive November, December. It just depends on when citizens begin paying their bills. We do receive small amounts of revenue each month in the various categories, but the largest, the biggest portion is November, December.
So in the past, how has the county funded the fund balance, also known as the savings account?
Well, the fund balance is a calculation of the ending fund balance from the last fiscal year, in addition to any, plus any revenues, less any expenses. So anything, if your expenses are less than your revenues, then you're increasing your fund balance. If your expenses exceed your revenues, then you're decreasing your fund balance.
So as the finance department, how do you guys determine when we will fund the fund balance and/or savings account? So my question is, when you get the money in, your revenue in,
Yes.
do you take portions of that revenue and put it into the savings account?
It automatically goes into the fund balance when expenses are less than the revenues. So it falls in there. We produce a balanced budget each year, and based on the goal of the board. And then depending on the level of those expenses determines how much of that revenue will ultimately end up a part of the fund balance.
Okay, so if the expenses, of course, is more than the revenue, then the fund balance does not get funded.
Well, it gets decreased. You still have an amount that's in fund balance, but the fund balance decreases when the expenses are greater than the revenues.
Okay, and is there any plan for the departments to cut their expenses?
Expenses were reduced dramatically this year in order to accommodate the rollback. And so then with the upcoming budget year, it will depend on what the budget committee recommends that I put in the instructions. If they recommend that each department has to right off the bat do, like, let's say a 2% reduction, then that's what will occur. It depends on the directions I receive from the budget committee.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Board members, are there any other questions at this time?
Yes, actually, I have a follow-up question.
Commissioner Reeves.
From Commissioner. Commissioner Allen mentioned that about the plan for departments to decrease expenses. However, for the past three, 4, maybe even 5 years, isn't it true that the county has approved budget amendments with an increase in expenses from each of the departments?
Not for every department. Budget amendments are brought before the board, but it doesn't, I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
It's just, if Commissioner Allen is asking how does the county increase the balance of the fund balance? And so the savings account doesn't increase if the county doesn't spend less than it's bringing in. But for the past 5 years, the county has been spending more than it's brought in. So my follow-up question is, what is the plan? And perhaps this is for the board. What is the plan for us as a county to increase our fund balance in our savings account?
Well, that's why, and I'm going to say this, that's why we have to focus on diversified streams of revenue. As a board, we have to come up with some things that we all need to bring in our districts. And so as we look at, the live, work, eat, and play, the different things like the Trader Joe's and some of the businesses that we need to bring in, that's what we need to focus on as a board, and bringing those businesses into the county so we can up our fund balance. And that's what's going to help us. So that is something that we as a board need to talk about and move in order to move the county forward.
I do want to say one other thing. All budget amendments, just for clarification, all budget amendments are not a direct hit on fund balance, and some budget amendments are necessary because sometimes you have to provide matching funds for grants. Sometimes departments have emergencies that arise when we weren't aware of those emergencies during the time of budget development. And so sometimes those are the reasons that budget amendments come before you.
I'm not talking about the extenuating circumstances for budget amendments, for matching grants, or for money that's already allocated. I'm talking about budget amendments that the county yearly is spending more money than it's bringing in. But I'll go back to the millage rate because I'm looking at the tax digest that was provided for 2025, and can you just clarify, when was the last time Clayton County had a full rollback? Like, when's the last time that Clayton County passed a full rollback rate on the millage vote?
We rolled back the taxes in 2023. During that year, I only have the 5-year history in front of me, so I can only discuss the last 5 years. Right now, I can get that information for you, though, if you'd like, depending on how far you would like to go back.
No, 2023 is fine. So I'm also looking at that same tax digest, and I see that in 2023, as you said, the county rolled back the millage rate or voted on a rollback millage rate. But the next year in 2024, when the county went back to the full millage rate, we almost tripled the amount of tax revenue that we brought in from property taxes. It says in 2023, the county brought in a net increase of $1.7 million. However, in 2024, moving from the rollback rate to the full millage rate, the county brought in an additional $49.8 million. So my question, if the county today, if we vote on a full rollback rate, what are we doing to ensure that next year homeowners' property taxes don't triple? Because the last time that Clayton County voted on a rollback rate, the following year, and I'm looking at the numbers, the following year, the amount of money that Clayton County brought in tripled.
That would be a board question and the direction I get during the budget season as to what they want to do with taxes, what the Board of Commissioners would like to do with taxes.
All right. Is there any other discussion at this time?
Yeah, I have one last comment. If we, as a county, do not cut back our expenses, next year there will be a property tax increase. There may not be one this year, but based on the numbers and how, and the last time that Clayton County voted on a rollback rate, there was a tax increase the following year. We are making decisions that are going to affect whether or not people will be able to keep their homes, how much money they will have in their bank accounts. And so we as a county need to have a serious conversation of how much money we are spending and how that affects all of the homeowners, since 60% of our revenue comes directly from property owners.
Thank
That's
you.
all I have.
And again, as I stated before, the board has to come together and look at diversified streams of revenue. What happened then has nothing to do with what we're talking about today and now. And so again, I would like for us to move forward. And did you have anything to say, COO?
There's a couple of things. I think I want to ensure Commissioner Reeves raised a point about the revenue and where we may be in dire needs. The other thing is that we talk about priorities that the board sets. We have to determine what's the priorities for service. Mm-hmm. So one way that we can address that notion about what we need to bring forward in the next budget cycle, there might need to be a reprioritization of what services we need to continue to provide or what services we need to cut. So ultimately, if there's a desire of this board to continue to have more funding go to fund balance for whatever reason, then ultimately we might have to have a serious look about what's the prioritizations in service. And then certainly we will do all our best from the C-suite to ensure that we provide you recommendations as to what you deem as areas that you think are things we should consider. And if we need to cut services, then ultimately that will be another method that we can utilize to address the needs of the county.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I need a motion to approve Resolution 2025-182.
So move.
All right, I second the motion. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next is item Resolution 2025-183.
2025-183 is a resolution to acknowledge receipt of the permanent and final net mill rate after credit rollback for values added by reassessment for 2025-2026, adopted by the Clayton County School District to provide for the proposed levy and collection of property taxes at such certified rate for the support and maintenance of public schools, public education, and activities necessary and incidental thereto, to provide for an effective date of this resolution for other purposes.
All right. Board members, is there any discussion at this time? District 1? District 3? District 2?
I just want to make sure that we are approving what the school board has already approved as their, okay,
That's correct.
thank you.
in District 4. All right, are you all ready for the vote? All right, I need a motion again for Resolution 2025-183.
So moved.
All right, can I get a second?
Is the motion to approve?
To approve, yes,
Okay.
to approve, yep.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the question, ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right, next, Mr. Reed, do we have a need for executive session?
Yes, for personnel only.
All right, at this time, I need a motion to go into executive session for personnel. So moved.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion at this time? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. We will now go into executive session to discuss personnel matters. Thank you. The board is now returning from executive session where we discussed a personnel item. At this,
Motion to reconvene.
A motion to come back in.
at this time, I need a motion to come back into to come back into the meeting. Can I get a
So
motion?
Reconvene.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. At this time, I need a motion to accept the clerk's resignation effective today and authorize the HR director to effectuate the resignation per civil service rules.
Second.
All right,
Also moved.
so moved. All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. At this time, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All right, I second it. Is there any discussion at this time? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the meeting is adjourned as of 10:31 a.m. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Thank you.